What are they?
Yeah,
Cake?
you want to eat? Do you want to eat one of those?
What is it?
You know
Cake or what? What? And she made them like this.
Okay.
Awesome.
So
I need to get her car, girl. I like these, girl.
I need her to make me something for Charmin Charlie's. I'm gonna send it to the Charmin Charlie's corporate if she can take their logo. Yeah. So I got to make sure I get her card.
Oh.
Those cookies.
Sonny told me to get this to you. You can look at it.
Is this for her? Oh, she's so cute.
She said she's not gonna be here. I said
No, she. 3. Week 3. Boot camp week 3. Woo woo! Am I on? I'm not on yet, am I? Don't tell me. Wait, I am? Like, are people hearing me? Oh my gosh. Hello, everyone. Okay, they sneak me in on this, guys. If anyone's listening to me.
Yeah. Who is that?
Too much.
oh my goodness, that is too.
You guys blow me.
You do the shirt. You do shirts too? Oh, shoot.
You guys are blowing me away. Too. That's what she's gonna be. McKinney Divas. She was that before you guys were divas.
Before they came in, right?
Are we ready? Tell me when we're ready, Josie.
I told Internet. Remember how you do that?
Evelyn, I need some. Can I have you two out here though? Just because if somebody comes in, I want y'all to greet them. It's Sunny's. I don't know. You guys been doing. They've been doing their own thing. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming because I'm ready. I'm ready. Woo woo.
Hey, I need your car, girl. When we get out of here.
Okay, we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started.
Oh, what do you do? What do you do?
Disconnect to the camera.
We're ready. You're ready. Look how handsome.
You guys are live.
Yay, we're live. Hello, hello. See, they always sneak it on us. We need to know. She did kind of tell us. I know she did tell us. We're so funny. You're live. Okay. Okay. Evelyn, you coming in or not? I got to get started. Got to get started. Let's get started. Well, happy May, everyone. Yay. I just want to take just a little bit of time because I got to get so much in an hour. First, I want to say welcome to Boot Camp Week 3. Yay! Woo, woo. But I just want to talk about April. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We had such an amazing April. First, I'm going to talk about those divas. We got a diva in the room right now. Woo woo! Demetrius and her divas rocked the house. First month, they had, I think, over 6 new recruits. And I think over 6,000 in production. And for your first month, that is incredible. You are on target for the company awards. So when you become a director, you still have awards. And so Demetrius and the divas are hot. You are on target for your award. But you know what Mary Kay Ash always says. You may not know yet, April, but I'm going to tell you. Mary Kay Ash always says double it.
Double it.
So double it. So I just want you guys to double. Whatever you did in April, I want you to double it in May. And just wait and see. I mean, it's going to be incredible. So, all right. Woo-hoo! Okay, so now let's talk about Antoinette's Achievers. Because you know we had to step up to the plate because them divas, you know, they think, yeah, we were kind of taking them out of our unit. You know, we still family. but we had to step up to the plate because now we have to replace the divas. And congratulations, ladies. We hit 15 new unit members. Woo! This month, incredible. At the top, our queen of sharing. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. The queen of sharing was, hold on, I'm turning this on mute. Okay, so was no other than Sandrea. She gold medaled with not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 new unit members. 5 new unit members. She is hustling. So with her, she also, because she has 5 new unit members, she is going to be in the applause book. So I will let everyone know, but it will be for the world to see that she is at the top of her game with 5 new unit members. So congratulations, Andrea. And then you would think, woo, Minden is hot, because then we have Katicia. She is bronze medal. Woo! So she had 3 new unit members. She's a brand new senior. We're so proud of her, so excited. And guys, no matter where you are, I want to tell you that Katicia is in Minden just doing it by herself. And not really by herself, because she has a team of ladies that she has pulled together, and she is working with all of them to build Minden. And so I am so proud of her. Sandrea just went down there, kind of trained on everything, and she just took everything that she learned, and she is moving on up. So brand new senior. I will be in Minden on Saturday to celebrate, but we're super excited about that. I know we have several of you that have hit maybe 1 or 2 recruits. I will tell you, when you have 3 recruits, it's called a bronze medal. When you have 4 recruits, it's a silver medal. And then when you have 5, that's when you're in the applause book and you actually receive a gold medal. So Demetrius and I are going to work on getting you guys your bracelets and the little medals that you receive. But congratulations, congratulations. We have several of you who hit your keys to success, and we will be posting all of that. We're still working on getting Demetrius, her website going and all that stuff, but we'll be posting everything. But congratulations to all of our key winners, woo-woo, with 600 or more wholesale, yeah, which is fun. And several of you had your own parties, your own interviews. We have April here. That girl, she's just on her way. I'm talking about you right now, sitting in this room. Let me tell you, I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sitting with my team members. Go, April. So we are so excited about so many of you. And guess what? Guess what, guys? We got 2 months left. 2 months left. 2 months for the end of the seminar year. Yeah. 2 months. A lot can happen in 2 months. You can get all your 8 people, go into qualification to be a director, debut on stage. You can become a brand new star consultant. You can go on consistently to be at the prize party. There's a lot that can be done in 2 months. But I also want to remind you that we have 2 months to the end of the year. But when the new year begins, where do you want to be? Do you want to be starting over? Or do you want to already have the ball rolling? You want the ball rolling, and you want to be already working on whatever your goal is, either for this year or to begin for next year. Josie. So we're excited about that. And I'm going to end with this and move into my training. Hey, beautiful, come on in, come on in. Come on in. I think we have you sitting right here. Yeah, right here is good. So I'm going to end with a huge announcement. So that Sandrea has been working really hard, as you guys know. Guess what? She is officially in director qualification. Woo-hoo! So today we do have her off-site at a special training, but I'm so proud of her And I'm so proud of, we've been working hard. We've been traveling, working, talking, on the phone, changing everything. So deserving. So please, guys, as I always say to all the DIQs, we would love your prayers. Prayer is so powerful. It is so powerful. So when you wake up in the morning, just say, hey, we praying. We praying for Sandrea. She's in qualification. And I promise you, we will in turn pray for your goals and what you have. But she's an amazing leader. And I cannot wait to debut her on stage with Demetrius and all of you. You can be there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's all the recognition. Let's see. I think the only other thing is Memorial Day weekend, just for you guys that are here. We will not be here that Saturday. Just so you know, just wanted to kind of repeat that. Okay, so last week, I can't even remember. Oh my gosh. Last week we talked about a lot. Last week we talked about customer service. We talked about setting up your 2 + 2 + 2. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to the video. So did you guys kind of set that up yet? You working on it? And we all have our own different ways. Remember, you can do it the old-fashioned way. You can do it on your phone. You can do it in a planner. But you have to follow up with your customers. So I do want you to kind of go back. I want you to make sure your website is going. PayPal. Have you gone on and set up your My Customer? Did you download the My Customer app? There's so many things within that. There is a video if you need to watch the video. We talked about, let's see, what else? Personal websites. I think we talked about handling returns, which is pretty simple. If you need to, if you have any additional questions, just let me know. I do want you to get back to me. If you're in my unit, if you're with Demetrius, get back to your director on how are you handling your customer? How are you handling customer service? Let us help you with that. But we got to move on. We got to move on to bookings. Bookings. Okay, so what I want everyone to do, did you bring your date book with you? If you're with me, do you have your date book? I want you to open your date book. And I want you to look at your date book. And if there's nothing in it, then your store's closed. You can't have white sheets. It should be all written up. It should have everything on there. Now, here's the deal. Week 1, we talked about the weekly plan, didn't we? The weekly plan. So if you are following your weekly plan, you should at least have somewhere where you are planning to do your parties, where you are planning to do your facials. If it's not within this week, maybe it's within this month or every 2 weeks. But when are you doing it? Bookings. Booking is your lifeline. It is everything. So I am going to hand out a power booking plan. It's powerful. And I will post this in color, but I am handing this out in black and white. And I will post it for everyone that's online now. But there's lots of different ways for you to book, for you to meet people, for you to get leads. And the beauty of Mary Kay and the beauty of our group is that I don't believe there's one way. I believe there's your way. Whatever works for you, whatever makes you comfortable, whatever makes you happy. I can talk about Sandrea because she loves doing lead boxes, like absolutely loves it. I love warm chattering because I get to shop at the same time and stop and get food. Like I reward myself if I do certain things. When I'm putting out boxes, I don't know. You may love referrals. You may love getting from parties. We're gonna kind of go through each one. There is no right or wrong, but you have to do it. You have to do it. I am gonna repeat this so many times. It is not magical. Maybe a little bit. Mary Kay is a little magic, but it's mathematical. It is mathematical. You have to do the work in order to reap the benefits of what it is. So the little booklet that I just handed out. I'm not going to go all the way through it, and hopefully, but what I do want to tell you is that it gives you scripts. So it's going to give you, so I'm going to talk about different ways to book, but in this catalog, which I'm going to post the color one if you're like crazy like me and I need color, it is going to give you forms that you can fill out to kind of follow up with your bookings. It is going to talk about, which is so much fun, guys. It's going to talk about how often do you follow up with your bookings? How often do you call someone? You know, I have new consultants and they're like, I called that girl and she didn't call me back. I'm done with her. I'm like, how many times? Like once. and most of you don't even call. I text her and she didn't text me back. Like, you're not even picking up the phone, calling anybody. So I want all of you to think about it. Number one, if someone calls you and they don't have your number, do you answer? If you're not in my phone, I'm telling you right now, if you're a new consultant, if you're not in my phone, do not try calling me. Because I shouldn't do this, but I don't listen to my messages because I be forgetting.
I don't forget.
You gotta text me. You gotta call me, text me, and it's not on purpose if I don't call you back. Like, really, it's like I really intend to call you back, but something may come up, so you can call me again. And I don't feel like you're bothering me because I just forgot, you know, what happened. And sometimes you leave a message and you listen to the message, but you didn't write it down. So I want all of you to think about you and what's happening in your life. And it's probably happening quadruple in someone else's life. So how it works. So let's talk about bookings first. Let's talk about the different types of bookings. So if you're brand new and you're here today, when we all start, we all say, if you were getting married, if you were getting married again, if you were having a divorce party. I know, I'm only kidding. But if your kids were getting married, who would you invite to the wedding? I really want you to sit down and write that list of who you would invite to the wedding if you were getting remarried, your kids were getting married. Because sometimes people say, I don't know anyone. I'm like, oh, okay. So can I borrow your phone? And then I look at their phone and I'm like, well, who are all these people? Right? You don't know anyone, but there's a lot of people in here. So I do want you, and even if you've been in the business for a while, I want you to write a list again, because you probably forgot about some people. And I want you to write a list of minimal of 30 people with skin. Everyone has skin, right? But really 125 people. I think you can come up with that list, because I really believe that you have not talked to everyone. You haven't. Every friend, every family, and we all have different reasons why maybe we have or haven't talked to them, but you probably haven't. And you heard me maybe record something way back when. If you don't talk to them, someone else is going to. Trust me. Somebody, especially with this cruise, somebody's going to talk to your people if you don't talk to them. So you're going to write a list, or you're going to type a list, or whatever works for you. I said for some people, if you want to go through your phone and add them to the My Customer, you can download the My Customer app, and there's a plus sign. And then it goes into your different contacts, and you can add your contacts to your Mary Kay through the app. Then you can print it. You can sort it. You can sort it by where they live. You can sort it by their birthday, whatever, and then you can print that, and that can be your list. And then you're going to sit down and you're going to sit with your director and talk about that. Now, if you're awesome, amazing, and you can book them on your own, there's a script. And it says on here, it's so wonderful. I love it. And it says new consultant. And it gives you exactly what to say. Now, the key to this is not only does it give you what to say for the first day, but if you haven't gotten a hold of them, then you call them back 4 days later. Bam! And it tells you what to say on the 4th day. And then maybe you haven't heard from them. So on the 7th day, it tells you what to say. Then guess what? On the 11th day, it actually tells you what to say. Isn't this awesome? If you just follow this. But what happens is most of us will call once, maybe twice, and then you're done. Do you know that the average to get someone to book is 5? Isn't that crazy? Hold on, let me shut the door. Hold on, I'm gonna shut the door. Do you guys need something? What do you need? Bowls. Oh, they're in here. Little bowls. They are. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay, so had to help them out. They're doing some facials out there. The average is 5 times. After the 5th call is when someone's gonna book with you. And most of you are maybe calling once or twice. Now, there's a way to make this easier if you have an Android. If you have an Android, do you know you can schedule messages? I don't know if you know that, but I will tell you, if you put them in the My Customer, I think you can schedule through the My Customer. I think you can. This is the only time I say to my son, he's like, Mom, you should get an Apple. I'm like, Apple doesn't do this. But in the My Customer, you can schedule the messages. However it's gonna work for you, that's what you wanna do. So, family, friends, acquaintance, you can start with them. You are not gonna build this business only on family and friends, because eventually they run out, and most of the time they always want a discount. They do. So you can begin with them, but eventually you're gonna move into, so you're gonna book them to get a facial. And aren't we lucky that Mary Kay is introducing foundations? Woo! So I know at our training center that we will begin starting next week, that you can bring your customers to try the new foundations here at the training center. We want to have them all come and do their first appointment, and then that would be their second appointment. But the bottom line is, look out, because we are going to begin to post so many different things on my Facebook page. I'm going to give you scripts. I'm going to tell you all kinds of things for you to invite people out. And you could just say, hey, we have new bronze. I need 10 beige. I need 10. So then you're booking them for a, okay, 1 minute. Okay, I'm gonna run and get a water while you're changing that. Hold on. I always forget to bring a water.
You look very good out there.
Okay. I always think I'm Rubio when I drink the water on. You guys remember that when he drank the water thing? Oh, camera change. Are we good now?
Hold on.
Okay. Hold on 1 minute. 1 second, 1 second.
We're ready.
Okay, so back to where I was about booking, and we were just talking about you're gonna book them for their new foundation. And if you want to do individual one-on-ones, but then your goal is to book them for a party. You're moving into a party. Now, let's talk about this whole party thing. You don't have to make it like this big party. I think that's the mistake that some of the new consultants do. And if you have to, don't even call it a party. Beauty experience. Honestly, I said to my friends, look, I need you, your mom, and your sister. I need you, your mom, and your sister. Because do you know what a party is? 3. A hostess plus 2. That's it. And for most of you, when you first get started, you don't want to have 10 people. You maybe want to have 5 people because you're kind of getting yourself together. You'll probably have a large party with just as many as 5 than 10 in the beginning because you don't quite know what you're doing. So you want to start out around the kitchen table. And I'm going to tell you guys, you're just going to pull out your flip chart and do it. We're going to talk about that next week. Well, the week after next. But the truth is, when you book someone, I just say, hey, are you available Saturday? And I ask them first, are you available Saturday? And they're like, I'm available Saturday. I'm like, yay, great. And then I put them in my book. I'm like, okay, I'm so excited. We're going to do a facial. How about you bring 2 or 3 friends? Differently than, girl, can you book a party for me on Saturday? I got to have cookies. I got to clean my house. I got to do this. I'm going to tell her that I'm not available. You guys get it? You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, hey, are you, Saturday, I'd love to come over and let you try blah, 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 blah. Oh, great. Okay, now that you're, okay, why don't you bring 2 or 3 friends with you? Now, again, parties. You get to do this any way you want. I like bringing people to the studio, to my studio. Katisha, she's our studio in Minden. We have Anita that is in DeSoto with Cassandra and with Glennis and Demetrius, that if you're in the DeSoto area, that's what's happening. I have my Offspring director, Tammy, who has her own studio in Florida. So if you don't have somewhere to go, we will set it up. But if in the beginning, you want to come and see how it's done, great. But I'm going to tell you that flip chart's awesome and you can just book that party. Get it done. Okay, so now I will tell you, da-da, I bought something that's really a lot of fun. So why would they want to book with you? Why? After they say to me, okay, Antoinette, I'll book a facial with you. I go, oh, okay, would you like to get $100 in free products? What do you think? So I am going to tell you guys, I love this hostess program. And this is on my website. So write it down if you don't have it. Antoinette Stanton. So that's ANTOINETTE. Stanton. STANTON. All one. .pink. PINK. I talk about it every week. You go in there. The password is pink, capital PINK. You have to do a space. Capital L, leaders. Don't forget the S at the end. So pink leaders is the password. And please, guys, this is for consultants only. I forgot to mention that. This video is for consultants only. This is not to be posted on a public place or on Facebook to everyone. This training is for consultants, just so that you guys know. That's why it's password protected on my website for consultants. But you can have any hostess program that you want, but if you go under resources and then you go under booking and coaching, the one that I handed out here at the meeting, which kind of shows everyone how they could win $100. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, but I just want to let you know there's incentives and different things that you can do to get your facial to turn into a party and to see what they want to do. Okay, so now the other booking that I love is booking from referrals. Referrals. So here's the thing. When you talk to someone and you say, hey, I started my Mary Kay business and I'm working on faces and I have a big goal, and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could come. Do you know anyone else who would love a facial? Do you know anyone else who needs a foundation match? When I started 16 years ago or 17 years ago, guess what? It's gonna be my anniversary. Monday is my anniversary. May 6th will be 17 years. I'm only 17 years old. I'm so excited. It feels like yesterday. But when I started, it was when they first introduced the new foundations. And so we were always saying to everyone, oh, we have new foundations. I need someone to match. I need someone to match. And so that's kind of how we got our guests and got, everyone there. Do you know anyone else that would love to get their foundation matched? It's just about, how about referrals? Do you know anyone? If you give me 10 referrals, I'm going to give you $10 off your first order. How's that sound? There's lots of different ways. Now, when you have parties, when you do facials, I always, always, always play a referral game. We're going to talk about that when I go through the party. And guys, just Google it. There's tons of Mary Kay referral games. But referrals are awesome. If you have one guest, that one guest could give you 15 referrals. 15 referrals. So that's another way to get bookings. The other way is word of mouth. Word of mouth. It's kind of like this person tells this person, who tells this person, who tells this person. And it's kind of funny because I need to inject this in here because back in the day, this book is about 17 years old, y'all. Like, it's really old. We didn't have Facebook. I am showing my age. We didn't have Facebook. So now, what are you doing on Facebook? Does everyone know you're in Mary Kay? Now, I'm telling you not to post this video on your public page, but you can post yourself wearing lipstick. You can post yourself with your compact. You can post your, just little things here and there so that everyone knows that you're in Mary Kay. And then by word of mouth, someone's going to say this, someone's going to say that, someone's going to say this, and people will book. They'll be like, oh, okay. So make sure that you are posting lifestyle in Instagram, in Facebook, but that you're also talking about it. I mean, does everyone know, does everyone know that you have a Mary Kay business and what's happening with your Mary Kay business? And then my favorite, which I love, is, I'm going to go back. I'm sorry. I almost forgot. Lead boxes. So I was never a lead box person because I was like, if I do a lead box, then what if I don't like the person? Aren't I a trip? But I'm going to tell you that, as you guys heard, lead boxes work. They've been working for my team and for a lot of people. I am going to, I don't really need to repost it. I do have a video that's on my Facebook page. So if you're not a part of my Facebook page, let me know. I'll add you to Antoinette's future area. But my little Angie, I call her little because she's like my baby, but she's not little at all. She's an amazing director. She did a special video for me on lead boxes because she was collecting 50 to 60 leads every single week with these lead boxes. So you can go on my website, you can text me if you don't have it, but she loves putting lead boxes out at different businesses. And she, Sandrea, I'm gonna get her to do a video for you guys because it's so easy for her. She's just like, can I leave this here to get names and numbers? And everybody says yes to her. I'm like, that's awesome. So since she's an expert at it and you can watch Angie, I'll have her post a video somewhere else, but that's fine. My favorite way that I meet people is I love to just be out and about, see someone and get their name and number. And I know that scares people, but it doesn't scare me because I think about what if the person who met me never spoke to me. So how I started my Mary Kay business is I was minding my own business, shopping. Like I'm always, right? I'm always shopping. I was shopping. I was at Stonebriar Mall and I was just shopping and this girl came up and she worked at JCPenney's, but I didn't know her. She knew me, and she just asked me to be a model. And I thought, I don't wear makeup. That's strange. And she says, yeah, will you come? And I said, oh, like, who are you? Whatever. She goes, oh, I work at JCPenney's and I've seen you. And boom, some of you know, that's why I went. Because I wanted to support her, I thought. 17 years later, what if she never talked to me? What if she didn't have the courage to change my life? What if I was still stuck in a corporate job when my son got sick? What if I never experienced all the friends that I have? What if I never earned 13 cars? What if I'm never going to retire with a lot of money? Oh, what if my fabulous children didn't see fabulous women all the time, that they are fabulous? You know, my son, which I want to strangle him, but some of you may or may not know that he called me on a Friday night. Mom, I have an interview. Come pick me up. His college is 2.5 hours away. Can you get me for tomorrow? And I'm thinking, are you kidding me? What makes you think? But they do, because I have freedom and flexibility, and I've been there for my kids. And so I did run and grab him, but you know what? It was an amazing 2.5 hours, because he was kind of chatting about life, and they don't talk that much. And he talked about his goals, and he just talked about how I'm not going to work a 9 to 5. Now, there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5, guys. Everything is different for everyone, but he's like, I see you. I'm not doing that. I am working what I'm worth. I'm thinking, they listen. So for me, if she didn't talk to me. So I do want you guys to know there's plenty of ways for you to meet people. And I know sometimes you think you're invading someone's space, but what if someone didn't invade my space? All they're going to say to you is no. But what if instead it changes your life like it changed my life? So I'm going to tell you, I feel that there's so many different ways for you to get bookings, that you just have to try 1 or 2 or 3 of them. So let's see my time. So I want to give you a couple of numbers. I want to give you some numbers so that you know. So if you are booking parties, which is really how we got started, you have got to book 5 parties to get 2 to hold. Write it down. You got to book 5 to get 2 or 3 to hold. Because I don't know if you know this, but people cancel. They really do. So sometimes I think some of you are like, Antoinette, nobody's holding parties. Yes, they are, because there's a bazillion of us that are going to be on stage in 3 months showing you that people are holding parties, right? But the thing is that you're not booking enough, or you're not overbooking. You may need the skill of coaching, which I'm going to train on next week. You may need to know a little bit more about, you know, how to get the party to hold. But the whole thing is you're just not consistently doing it. Let's go back to, oh, Antoinette, I'm going to do lead boxes. You cannot put out 3 lead boxes and expect it to work. Trust me on this. You need to put out, I would say, maybe you're good with 10, but really 20, maybe 25. And you're like, what? Where? And you know, I was just with a fabulous director, Ashley, who is in DeSoto, and she goes to nail salons. She targets all nail salons. For me, I do donut shops. I guess that goes to show what I like. And I know they're only there in the morning, but I would go into like donut shops, the local ones, because I used to I love kolaches. Like, I don't eat that anymore. But so that's what I would target. Dry cleaners, personally owned businesses. And it's funny, I've got to get Sandrea to do her film because she goes anywhere. Like, I'm like, how did you get them to do? I don't know, I just asked them. But you have to do like 20 of them. And you'll see kind of the video of it. Let's talk about warm chatting. Let's talk about talking to people. For every 10 people that you talk to, only one is ever going to give you the right number or answer the phone. I know that face. She's like, what? So 10. So out of 10, 1. Because typically out of 10, really like 3 of them give you the wrong number. 2 of them will never answer. 2 want to answer, but they're too busy to answer. And 3 of them will answer and book, but about 1 will ever show up. So it's 10 to 1. So now, let's just say you have certain goals and you want to have 1 party a week. 1 party a week. So 1 party, we already talked about this, is a hostess plus 2, right? So even if you want to do individual facials in the beginning, that means you need 3 people you're facialing, right? So then how many people would you have to talk to? 10, 20, 30. 30. It works the same way on Facebook. And I know, April, you love Facebook. Same way on Facebook. You can go on Facebook and you can go on Facebook and personally message. But you got to personally message. For every 10 you personally message, 1's going to answer you. So you got to personally message 30. And I'm kind of laughing because I have a friend. How many of you like are on that dating, like you need a husband? Okay, if you're looking for a husband, I got to tell you, I have a friend who just met the woman of his dreams. Like, he's so in love. And he says, it was work. I go, what do you mean work? It was work. I had to get leads every night. And I went, leads? He goes, yes. He went on like the dating things. And he would meet 10 women a night. Y'all, ain't that funny? Like 10 women a night. And he would personally message 10. And then maybe 1 or 2 would have a date with him. And then he could choose from there. But it's the same concept. He had to do and he says that people ask him, how did he find the woman of his dreams? And he will say he worked hard for it. Some of us will say, oh, God's going to bring it to you. God brings you nothing without work. Trust me about it. You've got to do the work. You've got to do the work to get there. And so if you're looking for that handsome man, you got to do the work. But it's the same way with bookings, either between friends and family, referrals, whatever you're doing, it's mathematical. It's the numbers. And I'm going to post all the tools so that you can make it happen and you can follow it. Now, here's the thing. What if you don't want to follow it? You don't want to write it down. Then I'm going to tell you, you're going to have a hard time. I'm going to also post, which I think is really fun. It's called the bubble sheet. And what this is all about is how many phone calls are you making? Woo-woo! Because, Josie, look, this is what happens. People say to me, oh, Antoinette, nobody's booking. Nobody will come and have a party or a facial. And then I'm like, oh, so how many phone calls did you make? Well, now I have a tool that you can use. And honestly, all this tool is, and I love it, because how this works is, it tells you at the top here, I think it tells you. So you fill in like the name of the person. And then you put a slash when you left them a message. Then you put an X when you speak to someone, and then you color it in when they booked an appointment. This is just kind of like a very simple sheet that when someone says to me that they want to go into DIQ, win a car, quit their full-time job, make a certain amount of money. They have to fill this out for me because I have to see the work that you're doing. And it kind of keeps you on track to know. Now, this also gives you, like, if you do this many faces, this will happen. If you do this much, this will happen. How are you doing to get them done? You know, like, when do you do it? This is just, it's work. You know, today I was with, what's her name? Her name's Stephanie. She's an amazing top trip director. And today, you know, I'm sitting there listening to her, and her unit, I think, did over $850,000. $850,000. And you know what? It wasn't anything she was doing differently than I was, except for working. She's just working harder. That's it. She's just working harder. She's just doing more. So I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to get it done. So I will post the bubble sheet. Oh, actually, it's on my website. I don't need to post it. Someone told me that I baby people too much. You can go on my website, AntoinetteStanton.pink, and it's there. But I'll probably post it for you anyway. I have kids. I can't help it. I love it because I have children. Okay, so now, because I'm trying to be really, 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 really good, I'm going to talk about one more thing. It's called the Bestie Program. Remember, I talked about this last week. So all of you know that when you recruit someone, then they get to recruit 3 people for $75. So I made a copy for those that are here, but again, on my website, as soon as you go in, this is there in color, and you can kind of cut this out, and it's up to you. Like, this is $25 off the purchase of your own starter kit, but what if you said, hey, if you come book, you know, with me, I'll give you $25 off your purchase. And then you're like, oh my gosh, this is off your purchase or the starter kit. Whatever you want to do, but the company is giving us these beautiful coupons to use. So I just want you guys to kind of use it. Okay, so I know I only have a little bit of time left. And so what I want to do, because a lot of you will say, sounds easy, Antoinette, but, and hopefully we'll do it. I usually do a skit with the But Sisters. Do you guys know somebody who, like, no matter what you say, they're like, yeah, but, maybe. Okay, so I want to go over the most common booking objections, okay? So, number 1. I'm too busy. I'm too busy to have a party. I'm too busy to do this. I'm too busy. And, you know, if you read through this, it says, I understand, Susie. You know, I'm a really busy person also. So I appreciate that. It may take us an hour or so to find your special need and preference, but after that, I can save you a lot of time because you'll never have to go to the mall again. Isn't that awesome? You guys heard me say that I targeted corporate women because they didn't have time to shop. They didn't. Okay, have to check with friends first. Like, never. Like, be like, girl, you'll never get the ducks in a row. Let's just set the date and just call them and they'll come. If you offer them something, they will come. But I never let them be like, let me check with my friends and see what's a good date. No, there's never a good date, ever. So you just kind of go for it. Don't do parties. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't know what the sheet says, but my friends were like that. They're like, I don't have parties. And I'm going to, like, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have parties at my house. I just don't. I don't clean my house. It's just too much for me. So I do everything at the studio. I really do. Now, I love going to your house and eating your food, but not my house. So, you know, you may have an alternative place. Oh, I have no money. That's okay, because it's free and it's fun. Write this down. That's okay, because it's free and it's fun. If you say that, thank you. If you say it's free and it's fun, people will come. And then they'll be like, oh my gosh, it was so much fun. And then somehow magically money appears. Do you guys know that women always has money somewhere? Uh-oh, we have someone in the room now. Our secret. I don't know, like my mom, somehow she was pulling money somewhere. Always, always, always. But people will say they have no money, but it shows up from somewhere. So, but your whole thing is you have to get them excited about coming and let them know, because they really don't have to purchase anything. The other thing that I love is I say, if you go to the mall, you have to pay for it. But if you come to my Mary Kay and you would like something, I can work a plan out with you. My parties now, they know my main thing that I say at my parties is, think of rooms to go. You guys think of rooms to go. You can buy a whole living room set for $10 a month. Do you think I can't work out a plan for you with her makeup? Do you know what I mean? Like, you can work a plan out. And then I tried Mary Kay once before and it broke me out. And I'm going to post this for you guys. And I always say to them, well, when did you try it? Oh, well, I'm going to tell you that we have so many different formulas. Maybe we tried the wrong formula on you. Maybe they used a cloth. You know, like I don't use towels and stuff from home because I will tell you detergents break me out. So I say, I would love to try a new formula with you to try it out. Here's the thing I'm going to close with. If you have no bookings, your store's closed. So you got to figure out what works for you. You got to figure out what makes you feel happy, what gets you going. The objections, they're all the same. There's about 7 of them. They're always the same. So when you get an objection, you should call your director or your recruiter, and she's going to talk you through it. And then the next time, you'll know what to say. I'm not saying that by just reading this, you're going to know what to say. What I'm saying to you that there aren't many objections, and you're going to learn them. But unless you are getting coached and working on it, it's going to be hard for you. So communicate with your director, communicate with your recruiter. Be willing to say you don't know the answer and just, work with us on that. Okay, so homework. Use each of the booking approaches at least once. That means you have to book a party. That means you have to get a referral. That means you have to, oh my gosh, warm chatter. And then word of mouth. I'll kind of put this online. Maybe you're going to book something from Facebook, which is a little bit different these days. But I want you guys to try it this week. Are you going to try it, April, this week? Yeah. Okay, you're going to try it this week? Okay, everybody, try it. And I just want to know, and please jump on Facebook. Let me know what's going on, what happened, and all of that. But hopefully you guys got a lot. I'll post all this. We gave out a lot of stuff. Next week, we're going to talk about how do you get those bookings to hold? Like, how do you get them to come? How do you get them to stay? I can do it. I'm going to tell you, we can make it happen. So, all right, we're ready. Oh, sign up for seminar. I'm sorry. Sign up for seminar. Guys, don't forget, sign up for seminar. We'll talk about it. We're in the Omni. If you're in my group or Demetria's group, you can stay at the Omni. You don't have to, but it's open. Seminar is open. And there's a power class that is awesome from Gloria Mayfield Banks on Mary Kay in Touch. You cannot miss it. All right, we're signing off on time. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week, same time. Yay! Woohoo! Thank you, thank you. Let me check out the